I think we all can admit that New York State is corrupt. And if you have been involved with the judicial system here, criminal or civil, you know that. We're following a story about two police officers in the Bronx who were beaten up and tape captured it by thugs, three of them. A year and a half ago, that case is still not in court. It's just, you cannot emphasize the fact any stronger than this. New York State is corrupt. That's because of the politicians, not us. The latest is Letitia James. So as you know, she's in trouble. She did something with a mortgage in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and she misstated an apartment that she owns in Brooklyn. It's fraud. She may be charged by the Justice Department. Has not been yet. However, she needs lawyers. So, in the new budget bill, listen to this, okay? They are creating a $10 million fund, Albany is, to cover, quote, any reasonable attorney's fees and expenses incurred as part of a Trump administration-led probe tied to their state-based employment. That is a Letitia James $10 million slush fund paid for by you and me. And this is what Albany has in the bill. And this is what Kathy Hochul will sign. So James is going to have access to $10 million of our money, not her money, to pay for her defense if she's charged by the Justice Department. That is corrupt. Now, here is the kicker on the story. Donald Trump racked up millions of dollars of legal fees defending himself against Letitia James and Alvin Bragg. You know, all of those cases, Trump himself had to pay lawyers. Where did the money come from? It came from Trump's political action committees. And that's entirely legal. If you are a politician running for office, you have a political action committee raising funds for your overall welfare. You can use it for anything you want. And that's how Trump paid his lawyers to defend him against the charges from James and Bragg. So you could say, well, Trump's doing the same thing. But you would be wrong, because people donate to political action committees, the MAGA Trump stuff, voluntarily. They give their money because they want to. This ruse in Albany, this scam, is forced upon we, the people of New York State. We're not volunteering to pay Letitia James's legal fees. Albany, and they have buried this in the budget. So most people have no blanket idea it's even in there. But the New York Post does a pretty good job of laying it out, and I picked up the story and I'm telling you about it tonight. So it is not the same. If you volunteer to give a politician money, you assume that politician is going to use that money for whatever he or she wants, whatever reason, as long as it's legal. And political action committees to pay attorneys is legal. Now, this slush fund they're setting up out of Albany, I don't think it's legal, but who's going to challenge it? It's got to be challenged in court. So, boy, oh boy, you know, I don't want to be cynical, but it gets worse and worse and worse. And there's really, unless a Republican wins the governorship, which is possible, there's not going to be any reform on the Democratic side. There's not. Even if Cuomo gets elected mayor of New York, which he will, I don't think he's going to reform the system. He's going to try to get along with it. That's what he did as governor. That's what I think he'll do as mayor. He's not going to try to reform it. But if Elise Stefanik, for example, runs for governor and defeats Hochul, I think she would reform it, or try anyway. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.